Hey, YouTubies! Man, I'm excited. We're doing TA stuff today. We're already looking into stuff, so I kind of got an idea of what we're doing. As of right now, we need a cooling system. We don't have one. It's in pieces. So, we got these brackets. I think we're gonna just mount them here. So we got a drill hole. So we can put a bolt in it. Hold it there. You know what I'm saying? Alright, cool. Hope you're keeping up. And then once we get the bottoms in, we can figure out what the heck we're gonna do with these tops. Because I don't know. I don't think they're what they're supposed to be for, so we're gonna make them work for our situation, is what I'm saying. Because we need a cooling system. I got my drill. Let's drill some holes. Where is it? Oh, yep, that was my arm. Well, I broke the tip. Dang it. Never to fear, oh, trusty case of stuff. I found another one. Hopefully it's sharp. We're gonna make our own threads with this bolt here, because I don't have any caps with me. But it seems to be working pretty nicely. Seems good enough for me. We got her bolted in, as you can see. And we got the radiator test fitted in her, and it's looking really good over here. So we can mark out this one. The top of Rooney looks good, or Rooney. Look at that. Yeah, dang, just under that little thing. So, I don't know how to run these yet. Maybe that way. Maybe we chop this tin down a little so this will come back. I don't know. Maybe we just... Nah. Yeah. Hot dog, man. A little more angle to the dangle on this side. Not too shabby. Pull the file out. File up our edges. She look good. Okay, and then we need a 40 fiber right here. Technically a 90. Who needs a grinder when you got 10 snips and your grippers? Now I'm gonna bend this without bending that, without a vise. We use a waffly here in our homemade vise on our engine puller. All right, are we lined up right? Sure looks like it. We'll tap that way. She's going! It's working! Nice. Perfect. A little... little love. Well, we kind of whooped her a little bit, so we'll put her back in our vise. Took the little wrinkle out of her. Now we should be able to take our little manufactured piece here and bolt her in right there. Dang, that was too good. Now we need to drill a hole right there. Put a marker to it. Somewhere. I guess a Rooney. Let's use our homemade bicycle. Alright, let's drill a hole without falling off that hump. Oh, it fell off. Did you see it? Did you see it? Yeah, I'm afraid to say this drill bit's pretty done too. You know, should be able to force that puppy through with our pliers. Wherever they went. The situation. But anyway, oh, it's a stupid thing. You know what? She needs a little manipulation. Doesn't matter, it's still in the way. Oh, shit. What are you doing? Boom. Something like that. I think that'll work. Little angler to the dangler on this side. Looks like it grips. We got some good rubber connection all the way around. It ain't going nowhere. We just need to put some bolts in it. We'll drill a hole here and we'll put one of these clips over here to hold that down. And then I'm going to swap this out eventually. I'm going to put electric fans on it, so we can have a shroud. A shroud. Okay. Now we got an idea of what we're doing. We got to drill a hole on the bottom, put a little clamp in the rubber. Then we just need to cut up this piece, just like this one. We have this one for measurements, so that'll be nice. And we can make them almost exactly the same. And then we got this side clamped down too. Nice. Everything's coming together. Then we can figure out our hoses. Then I need to buy little nipples right here. Oops, I need that. So I can connect our transmission lines to it. And our cooling system will be almost wrapped up. Then we can worry about fuel and some electrical. Good times are being had here, period. So we're doing pretty good with the radiator. Mostly we made it about 90% of the way with that. I did test fit the top hose. It's gonna work wonderful. Now let's come down here to the bottom. I don't know if you could see, but we cut this one down a little bit, and man, we are still kinking it off pretty bad with the frame here. So I think I'm gonna try and find a different water pump, or I mean thermostat housing that goes down, and then we can find a hose that just does a little 90 situation. See what I'm saying? Okay. Shouldn't be too hard to find a hose in that thermostat housing thingy, I don't think. So we changed gears and we're thinking about taking off the exhaust manifolds, putting on headers. Cause let me show you what Cody got. Boy, are they pretty. Check these things out. Woo-wee, wouldn't you want these on your hot rod? So, I think they're gonna go in there, something like that. Well, we gotta get the old stuff out first. We can't. What are we doing? We also got little collecties with little bung holes. And the clampies. Man, I think these are new bolts for the headers. New gaskets. What else is in here? I think that's it. But this can't be enough bolts for both headers. Maybe it is. Would you look at that thing? Things are moving along pretty quickly. We pulled the dipstick and all the spark plugs. All the wires are up out of our way. Minus this one. Now it's out of our way. Pulled the bolts out of this exhaust, whatever the heck it is. EGR thing. I don't know what it is. But it's gone. We don't need it. But now I got a huge frickin' hole we gotta plug. But Cody wants to do a different intake, so he might just have to do that sooner than he thinks. So let's pull these puppies out. Oh, they're so heavy. I'll just set them over here for now. Gaskets. They can go over there. Let's see what these new beauties look like in here. Alright, here they go. We're going deep. Alright, oh. I'm doing this all one-handed. Grandpa's got the front. Oh, I got it, I got mine. Oh, that's way tighter than the...
Oh, that feels beautiful in there.
We're definitely gonna have to wrap them because there's a damn... Our starter wire's already trying to touch it. Dang! Got one all bolted in there, and it just looks magnificent. Look at all the room we gained. We should have did that a long time ago so we didn't pinch off this brake line. But at least we made it easier to fix for later. Now I can let all our sparkulator wires flop back down. We could put them back on. We could put our dipstick back in the hole so we don't get a bunch of gunk in it. Alright. I got it. Don't worry, I got it. What I don't have is my bolts. Okay. How'd I forget my bolts? How do you do that? Alright. Can I... Gasket, play nice. Play nice. Come on. Oh. Oh no, not my gasket. Oh no. Ah. Round 15. So what I can say, after all that terrible yoga, it's in there. But, and I mean big butts cannot lie, we're hitting our steering column. Won't allow her to lift all the way. So, looks like we gotta put a dent in it. Turns out, it wasn't hitting, it was just the angle to the dangle. But, man, is it stinking close. Do you see the tiny little air gap in there? Holy cow. We literally got an 1/8 of an inch from the rubber on the steering column. Gotta say, truly impressed with these headers. The last time I put headers on an LS, I had issues all over. Now my next worry is putting these sparkulators back on, because if you look at these, that's not gonna hit because that's rubbing. It's definitely not gonna make it. This front one will be fine, and the back one's fine. It's not terrible, not terrible. That one's got room. That one's got room. So we've got to make 3 out of 8. That's not too bad. But in this instance, since the wires are so close, I think we're just gonna run all of them ceramic tips. Just because they'll withstand the heat, and we don't want to be replacing spark plug wires all the time. But we're getting closer, just all around. So the next part we gotta worry about is extending those all the way to the back. We're gonna take a little bit of a pause on the LTA project because my buddy Craig, he's in there, he brought this beautiful project over that we're gonna work on. So we're gonna use this untested theory that Grandpa has made to pull it in. I don't know if you could see the rope coming all the way up here to this pulley, and it's honestly just an engine bracket bolted to the floor with a pulley and a rope. Yeah, you can see that side. Yeah. Well, perfect. All right, here we go. You ready? Here you go. Look at this. Is that rolling through the pulley okay? Yeah. It looks all twisted, but it's rolling. This is great, buddy. No more pushing shit in here? All right, we got this thing in here wonderfully with no issues. Let's go over her. Okay, we got the 6-liter LS swap-a-rooney in her. Come on yonder to the inside. And we got one of these old sticker-roonies, the 6-speed kind. Big issue. We're not getting the pedal to communicate with the clutch. You know, when you push it in, it doesn't disengage. So I don't know what's going on. We're trying to investigate. I'm gonna have to update you here in a second. So a little thinking, and it seems odd, you know, I really didn't know, but we did a lot of thinking, and we don't want to pull the transmission at all, because who wants to do that? That's what I'm saying. So what I did here, we did all our thinking, and I thought that this pedal was not giving enough throw by the time it was bottoming out. So I don't know, I made this little temporary bracket. This is the rod that actually hooks to the pedal. We got a bolt through it, and then we got a little plate, and then another bolt. And now when we push this in, we actually get releasing of the clutch. So it's simply that the pedal just wasn't pushing far enough So what we're gonna do is chop that rod, extend it 1/4 inch, 1/2 inch, just a little bit. And then Craig will be driving this sucker out of here today. Or at least around the barn, and we'll trailer it back to his house if he needs, anywho. But I'll drive it. Alright, so Craig pulled this master slave thingamajiggy. He pulled the thing out, is what I'm saying. We're gonna slice and dice it, probably. Right here. With this. So we don't have a really good sleeve other than this old crusty socket. So we're just gonna stick her on there. Chop off the end, because you know the square's not gonna fit this end. And then we'll just weld it back together at the length we need. So what are we guessing? 4? 4 is a good average. Yeah, let's try that. Oh. No. Not gonna start the game like this. Might be time for a new tip.
It's all stuck.
Ah, shit. Yep. Fuck. Alright, let's try this round 3. Oh, yeah. Turn that back down right now. We just melted that socket. But I stuck it. Stuck it real good. Good tack. Put on the 3-4 of them on there. It's only 2, but it seems like there's 3. We're just gonna send it all the way. Cool, baby. Let that cool for a minute before we do the other side. Man, that was too simple. Way too simple. Look at this. We got an extended rod. We only extended it about 1/4 inch, not very far. And that's because we didn't need that much. I synced it when we were moving it. So, we're gonna let this cool down and stick her back in the car and go test rip this. We're getting down and dirty. We said it's cool enough. Craig's gonna stuff it in there. But now with the extra length, it's gonna make it a little harder. You can tell already. You might on the inside pulling or wiggling or moving something.
Carpet or something in there.
Yeah, I got you.
Cool, there we go.
Oh, that's still warm.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't even touch it actually, so.
Well, I did. Yeah. It's like warm enough to touch for like 2 seconds.
I just assumed that it would be fine. I shouldn't assume, I guess.
Got her back in. it's coming back out quick as we got her back in. Slight issue. The rod we extended, should have extended it probably more than we did, because it's just still, it's releasing. We got more action, but I can feel in the wheel that the clutch is still dragging, and we don't want to be just letting clutch go for no reason. So we're gonna slice and dice this thing apart, stretch her out a little more. And I made a bushing, a nut I shaved all the sides off of for the rod, because it's a little shaky is what I'm saying. Yep, sliced and diced right off of there, all right? So that's how much we separated it, and that's how much we're gonna go with. It's like almost ½ inch. So in all, we gained 3/4 of an inch by putting this little sleevey Rooney in there. So let's kick this bad boy back on. Let's do some zapper-appery. Oh, fuck you, thanks, buddy. Road nothing. Look at that.
I forget the rod spins sometimes.
I got halfway. Nice, I did get halfway. Woo! Put a big old booby on her. It's okay. I feel like I should grind down that. But, yeah, let's go see if she works before we do that.
Sounds good.
YouTubies. So we got our little bushing ground right down. This is our nut. It's gonna go in the brake pedal. But then we had to waller her out a little. But now we got a bushing. We got spinning action. So I think we got the extendo done. It's time to slap her into Malibu and maybe flush this brake system, brake fluid I mean, and go. So let's put her in the car and see how far we get this time. I don't know if you can see it in there, but that little black thing, that's the slave cylinder. We got the hose on it. We got some brake fluid. And we're just gonna, well, I mean, I say we, but Craig's gonna pump away on the pedal. And I'm just gonna keep watching these little bubbles come out of here. Did you see them? Did you see it? Did you see him? Yep. I'm gonna keep watching those come out. And we'll add fluid and then we'll watch them come out. And then we should have full clutch action finally. I just want to hear this sucker scream. We got exhaust put back on. Really simple, it's just 2 clamps. You really don't want to watch it. But now it's time to put the power to the stuff, the good stuff. And fire up. Check the clutch, make sure wheels actually spin properly.
Come on, bitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, 106, 107, 108, 109, 110, 111, 112, 113, 114, 115, 116, 117, 118
thingy. Still nothing, buddy. Yeah, still no fuel pressure.
She's not happy with the amount she has.
Which is likely. Craig knows what problem is. Right there.
Fuel.
There ain't no gas in it.
Come on, bitch.
Dude. Well, looks like a fuel pump spit right off the end of the tube here. So we're just gonna, well, Craig, I mean, because he's the one doing it. Just tighten up his little warming joints, stick it back in, fire this puppy up. Just like it never happened.
You got a zip tie?
Zippy tie? I'm sure I do somewhere. It's going back in. Getting pretty close. Look at that. Now we're gonna see if we actually get fuel pressure up here before we try and crank on her. Oh yeah, immediate. There it is. Let me put this cap back on for you, dude. All right. The moment, the truth, the ugly. Oh yeah. Don't do this to us again. There it is. There it is. She lives. And she rumbles. That one's cruising. Yeah, there they go. So now we got some spinach on the old radials. We're gonna have to drop this sucker down and rip her around in the dirt somewheres. We got gotta do some picking up of some tools so we don't run them over. Yeah. We'll just set them to the side, deal with it after the test drive. We pushed her on outside because now's the time to go for a ride. There it goes. Look at that. Here it comes. You can hear by the sound of it that he is a happy driver right there. We went for test rip number 2 so I could take a ride. We got a little bit of it in a pickle. We bottomed out on this dang weeds. It's barely of a hump, you know, but you could see the drag mark for a while. So, kind of stuck here. I'm gonna have to ride the hump.
Here.
Yeah. Luckily, Grandpa, he's over there watching us. He was already on his way. A little simple tuggaroo here should get us right out. Almost tight. A little more. Ready when you are. There we are. Look at the hole we dug there, dang. That's funny. Look at all that we dug behind us. Thank you. Alright, let's try this again. We got a whole bunch done this week. We did some LS swap TA stuff. Not too much, but just enough. And we did some LS swap Malibu with the stick shift. So if you guys enjoyed it, you gotta give me a big thumbs up. Give me a comment. And you gotta come back and subscribe for next week because I'm already sitting in next week's video. Thank you guys for watching.